This is Toastmaster Numbers Level 1 Project 4. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. Toastmaster Number, the joy of little things. The joy of little things, Toastmaster Number.
Alright, thank you for that rousing introduction, sir. Before we begin, I have a quick question to ask. What do little things remind you of? Toastmaster Tanda.
They remind me of eating pakoras at rain during rain time.
What do little things remind you of, Toastmaster Vidhi?
Stationery, pencils, erasers.
Wonderful answer. Wonderful answer. Now, as considerable as the points are which are being put forth by the honorable members, I am a narcissist and I like to shove my opinions down other people's throat. And I'm going to do exactly that. Let me tell you what the title of this speech reminds me of. The Joy of Little Things is one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite bands, When Chai Met Toast, and it has a very good and upbeat rhythm to it. Whenever I hear it, I feel like I'm dancing in the sky with the choicest angels sent by God. It is one of those songs which makes you feel better about your worthless, miserable, exhausting existence even without rice breaker. It is one of those things. But alas, moving on, what does the title of my speech mean? Ladies and gentlemen, last time I checked, little things were anything but joyful. You see, McDonald's offers you the Big Mac, not the Little Mac. UK offers you the Big Ben, not the Little Ben. The Big Bang is the reason for the creation of all life known in the observable universe. Well, the Little Bang sounds like someone farted. And thus is the story of big and little things. But we are a population that likes to fantasize and think about big things a lot. They're like a cradle of human existence. But alas, the speech is not about any big thing whatsoever. I am going to talk to you about a disappointingly little topic, my city. And to do that, allow me to transport you to a place far, far away from the safe haven of T105 and Thapar Toastmasters and Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology to the Sarzameen Amroha, or the land of Amroha, the place where I come from. You see, one of the things about this place is that calling it a city is an oxymoron, just like calling astrology science. Now, O dwellers of metropolitans of this nation, O people who live in high rises in the fanciest cities of this country, O people who live in cities with monuments like the Char Minar, the Qutub Minar, the Rose Garden, the Rock Garden, the Statue of Unity and whatnot, do you allow me to call my little humble abode a city? Do you allow me to call my little hamlet a city when it does not even have something as basic as a traffic light or something as basic as a departmental store or a movie theatre up until 5 years back? You see, this city of mine does not exist and does not correspond to the idea of a good and healthy life. I remember when I was little, this city was so small that I couldn't go to school there. There was no school there, a decent enough school for my parents to send me. So they did the next best thing. They decided to send me 90 minutes away to, as I said before, the biggest money minting machine on the planet, a branch of Delhi Public School. Now, as I went to school in this bigger city which overshadowed my city's existence, it took me 90 minutes and 28 kilometers to get there. Now, in that time, I had nothing to do with my hands. So I pondered. I thought a lot. And as I thought, my mind went haywire. I was like the Ishan Avasthi of DPS Muradabad, just without dyslexia and about 3 feet taller. Tare Zameen Par, I was the protagonist of that story just with a different face. Alas, that happened. Well, the DPS I went to was a completely different world than the world I had back home. Just to give you an example. The school I went to was brimming up to its highest level with people from the most influential families of the city. While on the other hand, I was someone who was told yet again, time and again, at his place to read the rosary, to remember the name of God and chant His high name whenever you get a chance. I come from an extremely, extremely conservative background, a background which does not like the idea of even a male hanging out with a female that is not his sister. So yet again, as I've proved, I am the biggest hypocritical example that exists on this earth. I am a product of infamy. I was someone who was an outcast in that school because, I mean, I was not cool enough to hang out with that class, with my classmates who rode C-class and wore fancy sneakers. But back home, I was an outcast because, I mean, I was just a little too cool for their conservative mindsets. Thus, Ambar Bas hung in the middle. He was like a bob of the pendulum, going left, going right, but never found his way home. Well, as life went on, Ambar Bas did not. He got confused, more confused, a little more confused, and in this confusion, somewhere found a way, this brilliant idea to spend his life saving, his entire family's life saving on a college that did not give him anything until now. But it did give him this wonderful set of people who seem to strangely echo his love for speaking and writing. This crowd of people that sits in front of me, and some of those from the corner smile at me and tell me I'm doing well even though I'm not. This crowd of people who have supported me with every up and down. These wonderful gold mines that have loved me unconditionally for who I am. And thus, I don't know if the college fulfilled its purpose or not, but it did give my life a purpose. Just to speak until your ears bleed and I don't stop. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, this journey of nothingness went on a little further. But I still did not find my purpose. I did realize one thing. The places that you come from, the thoughts and ideas that build you, even though you might go away from them, but they never truly leave you. They become a dormant monster of your personality that hunts you at the darkest of hours and shows you its claws when you least expect it to. And thus you become a product of infamy. Thank you very much. Back to the calls.